Scientifically, this is false. Scientifically, this verse is false. So then we should say that the Quran is false then, right?
And you actually did help me. Like, I want to thank you so much. You actually did help me. And I'm definitely going to look into Christianity. The only reason that I believe in Islam is because I look at through a scientific way. The Quran has proven more things, and like what the Quran has said has been proven by scientifics. So it's impossible that 14,000 years ago a person could possibly figure out like stuff about space, which is, I don't think even a scientist could figure that out.
Okay.
And the Quran has proven that.
Well, let's talk about that. So just to be clear, so you're saying that you believe in the Quran because of its miraculous scientific facts that it has in it, right? So if science is good enough to prove the Quran, then science is good enough to disprove the Quran, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if there's scientific inaccuracies in the Quran, then that would mean that the Quran would be false.
Can I say something about that? Science, I don't believe is truly true, because the person who discovered that we came from monkeys believed in God himself. So how would a person who discovered that also believe in God?
No. So no, he didn't really. But if we're going off of what your criteria was science, the scientific facts that we know, the scientific facts that we have, you're saying you believe in the Quran because of its scientific, accuracies that it gets right.
Not fully, but some part of it.
Okay, so if it's good enough to substantiate the Quran, to prove that it's true, then the parts where the Quran is inaccurate scientifically should prove that it's false. Otherwise, it's not a good argument to use. You shouldn't believe in it if it has scientific accuracies and say, oh, that's the reason why Islam is true, the Quran is true. If it also has inaccuracies, that should disprove it.
What is one inaccuracy that the scientific have proven? Because I don't believe that we were made out of molecules, but scientific says that we were.
Well, okay, so let me ask you this. According to what we know scientifically, what came first, the heavens or the earth?
Earth, I think. I think the space came first, and then
first, right? Yes. Yeah. So space is the heavens, the universe. Space came first, the heavens came first, and then the earth. Okay. Now the Quran says otherwise. The Quran says that the earth came first and then the heavens. That's in chapter 2, verse 20. If you want to look at that real quick, it's chapter 2, verse 29.
It doesn't say that it was made from, like, he made earth first. It says that he bestowed life on you when you were lifeless.
No, brother, that's not the verse.
It's verse Baqarah 2, verse 29. 29, yeah.
So chapter 2 verse 29 says, it is he that has made everything on the earth. Then he rose towards the heaven and made it 7 heavens. That's what chapter 2 verse 29 says.
Could you show me where it says it? Because I have the Quran pulled up. Like, I have the Quran in it. I have the English translation.
Sure.
Do you know how to read Arabic by chance?
Nope. But they have the Arabic breakdown if you want me to do that.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. So they have the roots. He said, Hua, he is the one created lakum, for you, what is in the earth, all of it. Thumma, then, or moreover, he turned to the heaven and fashioned them 7 heavens. Samawatin.
Are you sure it's chapter 2, verse 29?
Yes.
I can show you. Wait, maybe I can turn on my screen somehow. I can show you from the Quran what's on verse 29. Never mind. Shut up. It is he who created for you all that is on earth and then turned above and fashioned it into 7 heavens.
Boom, you got it. See?
Yep.
I told you. So you see how it says that Allah created the earth first, everything on it, and then created the heavens?
I think there's a different meaning behind it, because a lot of stuff in the Quran has a meaning behind it which we don't understand sometimes.
That's pretty clear.
Who created.
That's pretty clear. If you want, I mean, on your own time, you should check out Ibn Kathir's tafsir on it. He affirms it. He's like, yes, the earth was created first, then the heavens, and he gave the analogy of that's how houses are built. Houses are built by creating the foundation first, the floor first, which he says is the earth, and then the roof, which is the heavens, the space. That's what Ibn Kathir says.
It says, and then turned above and fashioned it into 7 heavens.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the meaning behind turn? It doesn't clearly say that he then created. It says he turned above and fashioned it.
Yeah. So it says he created everything in the earth. He created everything in the earth. And then it says, then he turned towards the heaven and made them 7 heavens. So he created the earth first, then made the heavens.
I didn't even know there were 7 heavens. I just knew there were 7 gates to heaven.
Oh yeah, man. There's 7 heavens. 7 heavens. Pretty interesting.
But Christianity and Islam has a lot of similar, So
I would say similarities, sure, but more differences than similarities. But focus here. Here. Don't lose track.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying. So
if the Quran, if you're saying that the Quran is true because of scientific accuracies, then you should also say that the Quran is false because of scientific inaccuracies. This right here is a scientific inaccuracy. We know this is not true.
What is not true? That the earth was not made first?
Correct.
Because the space was made. But
exactly.
Even in science.
Exactly. Scientifically, this is false. Scientifically, this verse is false. So then we should say that the Quran is false then, right?
I would actually have to do some information about it, because it says here, where I searched up more hadith, it says, after creating the heaven, he then rolled out the earth, placed water on it, and created pasteurized on it.
It says that in the hadith?
Yeah, well, I'm reading that from a verse, but first it says...
So then that would mean, is it saying that the heaven was created before the earth? Is that what the verse saying?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
If the verse is saying that, then that's a contradiction then. If it's saying that the heaven was created before the earth, then that clearly contradicts the verse we just read that says...
Okay, I understand now. Mm-hmm. It says, you know how it says heavens? Mm-hmm. There's a heaven, right? There's a heaven in it all. No, but then heavens, it's meaning the heavens that we are going to go into.
No, it doesn't.
It is. I'm going to explain. There's 7 heavens.
I know what you.
He created the 7 heavens first, and then there was the 7 gates of heaven.
Go to chapter 41.
After creating the earth.
Let me help you. Go to chapter 41. You go to chapter 41, it goes into even more detail of how the earth was created first, then the heavens. And the heavens, the lowest heaven of those, is our space that's adorned with stars and stuff. It'll show you. It'll break it down for you.
Which verse is it?
So we're going to start at verse 9. We're going to start at verse 9, and then we're going to read all the way to verse 12. You see it? So I'll read it so you don't have to go off your phone. I'll read it out loud for us, okay? So it says, say, do you verily disbelieve in him who created the earth in 2 days, and you set up rivals with him? That is the Lord of the worlds. All right. So the earth was created in 2 days. You see that so far? Mm-hmm. All right. Next verse, verse 10. He placed therein firm mountains from above it, and he blessed it and measured therein its sustenance in 4 days. So he created the earth in 2 days and then created everything on it in 4 days, right? Some try to say that, it's just all together. It doesn't matter. That's not the contention. So you see how it's giving us a sequence of what happened. First, he created the earth, then he created everything that's on the earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now verse 11. Verse 11 says, then he rose over toward the heaven when it was smoke. It was just smoke. It wasn't anything yet. So he rose toward the heaven when it was smoke and said to it and to the earth, come, both of you willingly and unwillingly. They both said, we come willingly. Okay? So the heaven wasn't even made yet. It was just smoke. So the earth is finished and made. The heaven is just smoke right now. It's not made yet. Okay? Then verse 12 says, then he completed and finished from their creation 7 heavens in 2 days. So the earth, 2 days, then everything on the earth in 4 days, then the heavens in 2 days.
So a full week. And
yeah, basically, if we count it up as 8 days, some try to combine it and, it doesn't matter. What matters is the sequence of events. We see that the earth is created first. We see that everything on the earth is then created. And then we see that the 7 heavens are created. Now, how do we know that the 7 heavens, that those heavens, is ours? One of those heavens is us, belongs to us, is our space. It says, we adorned the lowest heaven. So there's 7 heavens. The lowest heaven, it says, we adorned with stars or lamps, it might say in other translations, to be adornment as well as to guard. Such is the decree of him, the Almighty, the All-Knower. So the lowest heaven is ordained with stars. That's our space. That's our space.
so the lowest heaven is made from stars? Is that what you're saying?
Not made from stars. It has stars in it. It's made up of, he decorated it with stars.
Do you know what the 7 heavens are?
There's different levels. There's different levels.
Yeah.
When you get up there,
they're all the same, except each heaven stands for something. So if you're fasting, if you fast on the month of Ramadan, you will go to one heaven.
That's not true, my friend. That's not true. The lowest heaven is adorned with stars. That's our heaven. That's our space. It's our universe. You understand that?
I don't understand what you're saying.
I mean, it's pretty clear.
What are you trying to say? That the only lowest heaven is only for us?
Not only for us. I'm just saying that the lowest heaven is our sky. It's our universe. Look, if we go to just so that you don't think that I'm like.
No, I didn't understand what you were saying. I get what you're saying now.
Okay. Yeah. So it's our universe. Even the scholars understood this. If we open up Ibn Kathir, he says it. Some details of the creation of this universe. So it's talking about our universe. Okay? So according to the Quran, the universe was created after the earth, which is scientifically false. You see the problem?
I think I don't have full knowledge, and I definitely think I will need more knowledge on this.
Of course.
But this made me look at things differently than what I used to look at things. And then I see there's a lot of chat going on. So I want to come back to you if you're ever going live, and I want to have I want to have full knowledge of Christianity. And you actually did help me. I want to thank you so much. You actually did help me, and I'm definitely going to look into Christianity. But I have firm belief in my religion, but I don't have blind faith. I'm going to look into Christianity, and I love Christians. I love everyone. So I don't want to have blind faith. I'm going to look into Christianity. Good. You made me realize a lot of stuff. So I want to thank you.
I want to thank you too for being mature, for being respectful, for listening and being open. That is a heart like yours is beautiful. So thank you so much. And look, I'm live all the time. So you're welcome anytime. If I see you and you want to request up, you want to ask about Christianity, I'll do my best for you. Okay.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. Take care.